What's going on, guys? So today is just going to be a nice short informative video for you. I have my KTM 1290R and I'm changing the front sprocket, so I'm going to swap it out for the 17 tooth and go down one in the front to a 16 tooth. First, what we're going to do, I have the 17 tooth on it now. I just got a text from Cycle Spot saying that my new sprocket has shown up, so we're going to ride it over there and I'll show you guys what the revs are at like 110k an hour, and then we'll change the sprocket, adjust the chain, and then go out for another ride and see how different it is. Cold start for you, see how rattly it sounds. It's not too bad really. Anyway, I'm gonna get over there, warm the bike up, and we'll see you guys on the road. So I'm sure most of you guys will know why I'm doing this, but if you're not sure, the reason I want to go down one tooth in the front sprocket, firstly, when I'm off-road, I find I'm either in second gear, you know, like on a higher, not real high, but like higher speed gravel roads, twisty gravel roads. I find that I'm either at like second gear and the revs are a little bit too high, so the bike's a little bit jerky, or I'm in third gear and it's just a little bit chuggy. And it's just at the speeds I ride. I'm not like an expert rider or anything. I'm like intermediate level, I guess. And I think if I go down one tooth on the front, it's going to lift the revs enough where I can just hang out in third gear on those roads and just be like right in the sweet spot. The other reason is when I'm on the motorway, you know, the speed limits here in New Zealand is 100. You can go like, you could probably cruise, you know, if everyone's being honest, you could probably cruise at like 110, and at 110k an hour I just find that it's so low that, you know, if I drop it, it's not going to make much of a difference. So yeah, it should be fine, but we'll test it out now. And the other reason was I did the Chris Birch Say No to Slow course down in Thames a few weeks ago. It was awesome, and he was saying he did the same thing on his bike, and if it's good enough for him, it's good enough for me. So that's what we're doing, and it's like 60 bucks. So I got a I don't know what brand sprocket it is, I'll have to check when we get there, but it's a dampened one and a 16 tooth. I don't think I'm going to have to change the chain or anything, so there, we'll do that. But we're getting on the motorway now, so we'll do a test at like 100k and 110k an hour, just so you can see what the revs are sitting at. I've got it in rally mode because it shows the rev gauge a little bit better. And yeah, traffic is so bad around Auckland at the moment. Okay, again, if I go up to 110, yeah, I'd say my guess would be like 3,700 RPM at 6th gear at 110k an hour. So we'll reference that to the new one when we get back out with the 16 tooth front sprocket. Anyway, I don't want this video to drag on, so I'm just going to get there, get the sprocket, get home, swap it over, go for another ride and see what the difference is. So see you soon. Alright, nearly there. I forgot to mention before as well, the other side of it with the gearing change was quite often when I'm off-road, like when I did that Whatapu road, and it has a lot of kind of windy corners that you kind of have to slow down quite a bit for. I feel like I could almost do them in second gear, but it's just a little bit too chuggy. So I think it's going to solve that problem as well, where those kind of hairpin corners where I can sort of, you know, back the bike in a tiny bit, as much as my skill level allows me to anyway, and then you know, throttle out without having to go down to first. I think that would be really great. So yeah, I just wanted to touch on that before we get there, but I'm just about to pull in, so we'll grab the sprocket. Oh shit, look at that. I was just walking past to the parts department and I saw this, the new green V2 Streetfighter. I love that color, man. It's epic. Alright, I've got the sprocket on. Tell you what, KTM don't make anything easy. That was way more of a pain in the ass than it should have been. But I mean, you're hardly going to have to change your front sprocket, you know, regularly. So no big deal. But I'll just put a link in the description where you can see a guide on how to change the front sprocket. It's otherwise the same. You just have to take the clutch slave cylinder off and loosen the swing arm bolt and just kind of knock it in enough so that you can push the swing arm out of the way. It's not going to be a problem for this 16 tooth front sprocket because it's smaller and it just slides on, no worries at all. And all that's left to do now is just jump on the bike and try this bad boy out. So see you in a minute. Okay, the acceleration is noticeable, definitely. So I'll get in a fast lane, 110k an hour. So 110, we are like 6 gear, 110 k's, we're like 3900, 3950, somewhere about that. And again, nice, no vibrations. But that acceleration is definitely noticeable. It's, it feels, my butt dyno is telling me it feels like about 8% more acceleration. Somewhere 6 to 8% more acceleration is my scientific guess. So yeah, but there you have it, guys. Quick motorway test. Hopefully I did a good job of showing you guys the differences, but I think it's good. I think it's a good conversion. I'm going to try it off-road obviously, but that's a little bit more difficult to do like a head-to-head comparison, so I'll just go and find some gravel this weekend. Maybe I'll go do that Whatapi road again, so I'm doing the same kind of road with the same corners so I can get a better feel for it. But yeah, that I'm pretty happy with that result, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.